Welcome back, everybody, to the second episode of A Flight to Nowhere. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jacob again, accompanied by Austin.
Hello.
I think we want to start today's episode just by saying thank you guys for the support on the first episode. It was able to be pumped up over 100 views on YouTube, and if you guys didn't see it, I was able to also get it on Spotify and Apple for those of you who like to listen on that platform. So thanks again for the support, and we really appreciate it. Before we hop into the first topic, there actually is one thing I want to say. I got to get off my chest because it just hit me. So I got a haircut today, right? I'm feeling good, feeling fresh. I love getting a haircut. I walk out the doors, heads start turning. A handsome guy, handsome young man. But when I get a haircut, it feels like I have lice because
What?
when you get a haircut and like this, they shave your head and stuff, and you got the small little hairs that like fall down in the collar of your shirt, and they're just sitting on your head.
Yeah, like the day of a haircut, like
Yeah,
before you
like
take a shower.
yeah. I have
Yeah.
that right now, and it's bad. I don't think I have lice. I know I don't have lice. If I do have lice, then you're in
Ugh.
trouble.
Does lice makes your hair fall out like that?
I just want to make sure
Dang.
I'm not the only one that, when you get a haircut, it's like, dang.
Sir, I think you're referring to dandruff. You need some Head and Shoulders.
No,
for that
it's
bitch.
the little hairs when you get a haircut sitting on your
I know
collar and
what you're
stuff.
talking about, but I'm just saying, I don't think lice makes your hair fall out.
I don't think so
Maybe it
either.
does. I've never had a bad case of lice. I had it once. Shaved my head. I was distraught about it. Dad didn't care. He shaved it. That
When
was
did you
it.
have lice? Why did you never tell me that? What year was this?
Oh, I don't know, like third grade.
Oh, okay,
I
so
didn't think it was important information to
I
tell
didn't
you
know
I
you
had
yet.
lice.
I thought, like, when we met, that might have been good info.
I was walking over to your house, giving your whole family lice.
All right, so we're flying from somewhere in Tokyo across this water. It looks like we're sitting in place almost, but it is what it
Nice
is.
little oceanic view.
Yeah, hopefully we
If
get
you're
over to the
watching the video.
land. But so we're gonna start today's podcast off with a little bit of a movie review.
We already started it.
Yeah, but we haven't, started a topic.
I'm just messing with you.
We're gonna start with a movie review, which I kind of have a mini movie review because
Well, it's spoilers right now because it's Thor: Love and Thunder just came out this weekend. We saw it last night. So if you don't want to hear any spoilers about it,
skip
then
ahead. Yeah. But before I saw that, I saw the Minions movie on Sunday or
Oh
Monday,
snap!
something like
Bananas everywhere.
that. I am surprisingly I didn't see any bananas. It was an hour and a half long movie. I had to pee the whole time, and it was okay. That's my whole review for that. On to the real
first one
stuff.
was good.
The first Minions movie or the first like Despicable Me
The first
movie?
Despicable Me where he like saved the moon for his daughters and stuff. Like that was cool.
That was a good one. I like the Despicable Me movies. The Minion ones are, they're alright.
Annoying. It is what it is.
But the real
But
movie
now to
review,
the real stuff.
yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder just hit theaters, and we went and saw it last night with some very good seats, thanks to Austin.
Thank you.
What did you
Online.
think of the movie?
I thought it was good. I didn't think it was great. I think Marvel movies have definitely lost their touch from what they used to be. Definitely gone downhill. Hunter was telling me today that I guess a bunch of executives and stuff have left. So that's why, like, you know, what is it, Tier 4 or Part 4 of the
Phase
MCU is
4,
like
yeah.
so messed up. I didn't even see Black Widow, to be honest with you.
I haven't seen
But
it
this
either.
movie was good. I think Christian Bale. I thought he was gonna drop the ball for some reason. I don't know why, because it's Christian Bale.
What?
Yeah, I don't know why. I just thought he would be weird in that role because they gave him kind of a weird role.
He did
But
it well.
he killed it.
He did.
He killed it. It was great. It was actually kind of creepy at some points, and his eyes are like the real menacing, glowing eyes, and it's dark.
He's trying to kill the gods in the movie, right? I saw online today that he is no longer Christian Bale; he's atheist Bale. After that, but he did a
hates
good
the gods.
job. Where does it sit in terms of the other Thor movies?
Oh, well, see, everybody hates the second Thor movie.
Oh
And
yeah,
I didn't think it was that bad. You
that was the
even think
Dark
I hate.
World
I
one,
think
right?
yeah, the Dark World where
Yeah,
Jane gets like infected with
right.
the red stone. Was that the space stone? And
Mm,
I don't know. I thought that one was good, but I think it's the worst one.
I
I think it's the
definitely,
worst one.
I think
You love Ragnarok. Here it
Ragnarok
comes.
is good.
Here it
That's
comes.
the top one. It's got to be. This new one was, it was good. It was a lot of comedy, less action.
Well, they kind of set it up like he's gonna be with Guardians of the Galaxy. Like that's what I thought. I thought it was gonna low
Yeah,
key be like Guardians of the Galaxy 2.5, but it wasn't. You saw the Guardians for like 5 seconds, and they were gone.
that's true. Yeah, yeah, I thought the same thing. When you see the trailer and stuff, it kind of seemed like they'd play a bigger role, but I mean, it's kind of funny too. Like a star-studded cast. Obviously, they have millions of dollars,
Unlimited cash.
and they only had them in there for it's crazy to pay. I don't know how much they made, probably millions on their little part, especially like Chris Pratt. But it's crazy to think that they got paid that much for that little of a piece that they
That
were
little
in.
of a role. Literally, they get on a ship and leave. I'm pretty like they get in the ship, fly down, get the llamas or whatever, the
Yeah,
goats from that
yeah.
little mission, but they were already there. And he just comes out and absolutely destroys the army that they've been fighting, which I didn't understand that. Like he just sitting and meditating until the battle gets to the point like where it's so bad
So they need
that they
them.
can't do
Yeah.
anything. Yeah, it's like you're letting all your people die. Oh, they can probably
I'll,
handle it.
I'll
His
step
people are getting
in.
slaughtered,
Right.
and then he steps in after it's almost lost, which I think is low key a dick move. But what do I know? But Christian
Overall,
Bale, his they gave the role where he lost like it was pretty emotional. Like I said, there's spoilers. He loses his daughter at the beginning to like dehydration and exhaustion because he's walking through a desert trying to get to like the oasis of the gods,
right.
and his daughter dies, and it's pretty emotional. Like he makes it sad, and you can kind of see the emotion there, and you feel it. And then, but when he actually gets to that oasis and like the god starts laughing in his face that his daughter died and he sacrificed everything to come here and
The
seek out
CGI of
his
that
god.
guy. I don't know if you
Oh,
paid
it was
attention to
rough.
it. It was, yeah, it was rough.
It
I
was
did not
rough. It
like it.
was rough. For that big of a studio, they should not have made that guy should have just looked like a normal person.
Yeah,
I don't understand
that
how they
was my
messed it up. You
first
could
thought.
clearly tell that it was CGI. It was bad
Yeah,
CGI.
like the movements. I was like, what? Like they
But
released this?
I feel like you get to that point, you walked across the desert and your daughter's dead, and then he tells you you're a fake god. You'd think he'd be like mad. He
Yeah,
wasn't mad. He was just like, ah, okay, I renounce you. And then he just gets the blade, what's it, the necro blade,
yeah, something
which
like
is
that.
badass. That's a cool character. Got a super cool ability, stabs it in the ground and the shadows turn into
Yeah,
monsters. It's pretty cool. But like your buddy said, like it was more
comedy.
comedy than action.
Overall, I'd give it probably like a 7, maybe.
That's what I told Hunter today. Like
Yeah, it's gotta be.
low sevens.
Ragnarok was way better in my opinion. That one was good. That's probably one of my favorite Marvel movies.
Yeah, that probably is the best Thor movie. I think the first one is probably second, then the Love and Thunder, and then the Dark World was. I still think it's good. It's not great, but it's good.
It's not one I'd
They're
watch
on the same
again.
level for me. They're on the same level for me. I think the ending scene is pretty cool, the final battle with the elves.
Yeah,
But
I like
I
Thor.
mean, Loki dies in all the damn Thor movies.
It was an okay movie, but it's not my favorite.
Even though I think it's children's humor, Korg cracks me up.
He is a funny character. That is true. He's
He says
definitely,
such stupid stuff. He cracks me
and his
up.
accent is just, yeah. Like I like,
It is a funny
I don't
accent.
even know what accent that is, but it's funny. I like it. He kills the part. He's the
I
star
wish
of
they
the
would have
show.
done more with Jane.
Yeah,
I get she had cancer, but you're a god. Your mom was like 9,000 years old or something, or your dad was 9,000 years old or whatever. He never got cancer. Like, you guys don't know how to fix cancer.
I
And
know.
also, why did you do that way? There could have been so many other cool stories. And how did she know how to fight like a superhero for from having Mjolnir for what is it? Like she said 6 months maybe?
Oh, did she say
The
that? I didn't even
hell?
catch that.
I think that she said that it like they said Mjolnir had been in someone else's possession for 6 months and then he
Uh,
found out it was her.
hmm. She was okay. The movie was okay. Not my
It was
favorite.
just
Not the
okay.
best,
Messed
but
up to give her cancer. Like, damn, I didn't expect that.
yeah.
I didn't even say what kind of cancer. It was
Stage
just
4.
stage 4. That's not that bad. There's
Yeah.
only 4 stages.
So
Oh,
then,
that we know of. She said
yeah,
that
that
we
we
know
know
of.
of.
I
She's
was
a
weak.
scientist. She knows. Man. Uh, so then, apart from superhero movies, we kind of talked
What's
about
your
this.
favorite
Yeah.
MCU movie?
My favorite MCU movie?
Yeah.
Well, I feel
Put you on the
like in
spot.
order to put this.
He's about to do it. Ragnarok. There it
No,
is. Here
no,
it comes.
no. In order to answer this question, it kind of has to relate to who your favorite superhero is. You know what I mean?
That is true. That's
So,
true.
your favorite superhero, Iron Man, right?
Iron Man, for sure.
So then what's obviously your favorite MCU movie, I think, would be an Iron Man movie?
It's Civil War, which is technically a Captain America movie,
Okay.
but I mean,
That's a good
let's be
movie.
honest, it's
It's damn
half
near
an Iron Man
Avengers,
movie,
yeah.
half a Captain America movie, and it's kind of an Avengers movie.
Yeah, you see, that's where you meet Spider-Man, which
But
is my favorite.
that badass scene where they're fighting at the end.
I love Spider-Man. I think my favorite MCU film is um No Way Home. Or no,
That one's
sorry.
good.
Or is that
Far From Home?
Far From Home with the Mysterio?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Far From Home.
That was good. That scene where they're fighting and like they're going through the like little dimensions that he's putting up with the drones and
Oh, yeah.
stuff. That was very nicely done.
That's, yeah, very good special effects there. See, they didn't mess that up.
No, that they killed it on that.
The deception in that movie is also super cool. How he plays that,
Yeah.
makes it look like Spider-Man is the
Spider-Man has
villain.
a place in my heart, real life and
Gosh,
on the screen.
Doctor Strange was so bad. It
Still
was
haven't watched
so
it.
bad. I know you haven't seen it yet. Me and Hunter went and saw it when it came out, and I remember leaving the theater with just a bad taste in my mouth because I loved Doctor Strange 1. Loved it. One of my
That
favorites.
was good.
Been excited for it since the first one was out. Hated the second one.
I've heard
Hated it.
nothing but
So
horrible
far-fetched
things.
for. It's literally about space stones that have powers with gods and stuff, and this is so far-fetched. It's so stupid. When he comes back to life, it's so stupid. It's so
He's cooking
stupid.
it. Disney needs to hire you.
They need to bring Stan Lee back from the dead. Is who they need to bring back.
That is true. Rest in
He wouldn't
peace.
have. He wouldn't have put up with this shit.
I think didn't I see, or maybe you saw it too. Something happened to where they signed something to where they could still put him in the movies, just the CGI version
Oh
of
yeah.
him.
Humorously
Yeah,
in the
but I don't
movies.
think
I
he
saw
was
that.
in Love and Thunder at all, unless this
Oh, I
happened
didn't see him.
before it was in production or after it was in
Right.
production. I
I
don't
didn't
know.
see him. You're right. I did not see him. He's usually pretty obvious.
Yeah, he always has his own little thing.
But,
I don't know.
so, but you were saying talking about like your favorite movies ever?
Yeah, what are your favorite movies in general?
I think one of our movies is the same. Hot Rod is
Oh,
probably one
for
of your favorite
sure.
movies
If
of all
you
time.
haven't seen Hot Rod, you're missing out on a classic comedy. It
Andy
has
Samberg,
the best opening of a movie ever.
so funny, so funny. It's kind of stupid humor, but it's right up our alley.
Yeah. If you like dumb
It's
things,
got a
then
good story too. Like in the heart of it's a good story about saving Frank from
yeah.
his heart procedure. It's good. Figured out his dad died choking on a pie. That was traumatic.
He died
Great movie.
immediately the
So
next
funny.
day.
The handlebars went straight through his head. He died instantly the next day.
That
It's
is,
just little stuff like that
yeah,
just cracks me up.
that is
He
good.
walks up. What's he say? Hey, dildos, I found a bag of fireworks in the porta potty. You want to watch me light them off? And he lights them and nothing happens.
Right.
Nothing happens.
I am just green with jealous rage. Bill Hader is a great actor. He cracks me up. He's funny.
He's so funny. Other than that, Shawshank Redemption is probably a perfect movie. I think it's almost a perfect movie. It's a great movie. I haven't seen it in a few years at this point. I'm due for a rewatch, but it gets you in the emotions. Have you seen it?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's good. It's Morgan Freeman. It's
Okay.
good.
Classic.
Forrest Gump. Everybody's seen Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
That's just the most interesting man in the world. I should get him as the Dos Equis guy. Great movie. What's that movie with Miles Teller where he's the drummer?
You know, I haven't seen that, but I know what you're talking about.
Whiplash.
Yeah, I
Whiplash.
saw a
That's it.
clip from that.
Super good.
He's a good actor too.
Super good
What's
actor.
it, his boxing movie?
I don't know that I've seen that one.
Wow, what is that called? He like gets into a super bad car accident. I think it is. It's based on a true story, and he's like damn near paralyzed, and then he fights his way back and gets back into boxing.
Damn.
Good movie.
Did you see Top Gun Maverick?
I have not.
This man doesn't watch any movies. It was good. It was
I didn't like
much
the
better
first
than I thought.
one.
The first one is boring, in my opinion. It's
It felt
super
like
boring.
everything just kept happening in a circle. Like, get out of the plane, get in the plane, talk about the
Yeah.
plane, fly the plane.
Yeah, it was nothing interesting. I mean, obviously the one thing is interesting when he smacks his head on the
Yeah.
ejection hood. Like, obviously that was kind of messed up. Second one's super good. It's kind of funny. It keeps you on the edge of your seat the whole time, keeps you entertained the whole time, which I love in a movie. I hate when I'm getting bored and like, geez, Louise,
Right.
come on.
That was kind of me in the
But
Minions movie. Like, a little bit through, I was like, I mean, it's only an
well,
hour and a half
it
long.
is a kids movie.
It is a kid's movie. But, like, so's Despicable Me, and that kept me entertained the whole time.
That's fair.
So, it was alright. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a money grab at this point.
Oh yeah.
With the Minion movies. Just because, kids are always going to want to see it.
And it's been memed to hell with all the people
Yeah.
showing up in the tuxedos
Yeah.
and stuff and throwing bananas and stuff.
It wasn't horrible, though. I'd say the worst movie I've ever seen is when I was with my parents, when I lived with my parents. My dad and I love watching movies, and we had my mom pick a movie. And oh my god, worst decision ever. She found this movie called The Babadook, which
Oh
is
God.
like a horror movie.
I've heard it's terrifying.
It's not. It's not terrifying. It's got like at the time it had like a 99% Rotten Tomatoes fresh rating or whatever.
Oh, like when it just came out.
I guess. So my mom was like, "Yeah, let's watch this." I'm like, "Okay, cool, scary movie." The worst movie I've ever seen. So bad. It's like the main character is this little kid pretty much, and he just screams the whole movie super loud. And then the Babadook is just like a tall guy with a top hat, pretty much. Like it's not good. I don't recommend anybody watch that movie ever. It's bad.
Scary movies or horror movies are usually not
The Conjuring.
scary.
Conjuring
They're
was a
not
good
usually
one.
scary.
You
What's
remember
that one movie I refused to watch?
The Conjuring?
The Hills Have Eyes, man.
Oh yeah. Oh
I
dude.
refuse to watch it. I don't. Now that I look back, it's like I'm never gonna find myself in the middle of nowhere in a desert with
We
no
should
gas.
watch that. That
I
there's
mean,
some
I'll
creepy
watch
stuff.
it. I don't think I'm gonna enjoy myself, but I'll watch it.
Just the
Is
design
it
of the
like
characters
gore
and stuff.
porn?
Is
Is
it
it gore porn? Like
gore
Saw?
porn?
Yeah, like Saw.
Gore porn? I've never heard of that. Kind of, pretty much. I mean, there's some violent stuff in it and some really messed up looking people. It's pretty cool. I haven't seen it in years. I think there's also a game of it.
I cannot do Saw. Me and Mackenzie have watched maybe 6 of them or something, and by like the third one, I was letting the torture scenes go on, and she was just kind of explaining what's happening.
Dang.
It's just messed up, man. It is messed up. When they put the 2 people in there, I don't know how much you've seen, but
I don't
there's
know
a
which ones
scale.
I've seen.
There's a scale, and they have to cut off pieces of their body to put it on the scale to weigh it, like, and whoever cuts off more stays alive.
Oh.
This guy's big fat guy and this smaller girl, and he's cutting out his fat. Well,
Yeah.
she cuts off her whole arm.
I
Whole
mean,
arm. I mean, she wins by a landslide because obviously
I'm
Ben's
cutting the
much more
fat
dense.
off. I mean, I'm trying to get skinny. Fuck the win. If I die skinny, then that's all that matters.
I mean, you ain't gonna have nothing left. Your body's gonna be on the floor. They don't find those people. Oh yeah, I guess they do. Well, I talked about some of my favorite movies. What are some of your favorite?
I think The Great Gatsby is one of my favorite movies.
Oh damn!
Stellar
you got me.
performances, good actors.
Great movie. The story makes no sense in The Great Gatsby, and there's a Family Guy clip that talks about it, and that's when I realized it. I hate that the story why don't you drive my car and I drive your car, and we just make it really confusing for no reason? Oh, okay. Why?
It's all about the
Like,
ladies in the
what is a
car. It's about
sir?
the ladies.
There's no point. That is dumb.
Gatsby's in love with the one guy across the water's girl. They used to talk or whatever. He finds out that they're messing around. Bang. Dead.
I mean,
Good movie.
Gatsby. I want to see a movie or a story about Gatsby before The Great Gatsby.
Oh,
How he made all his money. He was a bootlegger, right?
I don't remember.
Pretty sure he was. It was like undertone. He was like a bootlegger,
Maybe.
making a lot of cheddar. That would be cool to see that other side and perspective of him.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
Inception was another movie as well. I love Inception. That is.
What do you think happens at the end? You think it's a dream?
The top keeps spinning, right? Or does it stop spinning?
See, it's spinning, and it keeps spinning until it cuts. But it looks like it's wobbling to me.
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong. It looks like it's wobbling, but if you watch when he does it in a dream, it doesn't look like it wobbles at all. I'm pretty sure it just spins and spins and spins because it's a dream. It would never fall over. It's supposed to be perfect. So when it starts spinning and getting off balance a little bit, to me it's like, oh my god, maybe he really is home.
I don't know.
But at that point, I don't think he even cares.
No.
At that point.
That's a good movie. That's a cool concept. It's a creative
Amazing
concept. It's
concept.
crazy people come up with that stuff. But I'd say, obviously, Spider-Man, like I mentioned before, is up there. I love Spider-Man movies. Those are really like the main ones.
Spider-Man's
other than Hot
probably
Rod.
my second.
Those are like the main
Hot
ones that
Rod's
come.
good.
But do you think, because this kind of segues into our next topic, with collecting, since we just saw the Thor movie, what kind of pops do you think they're going to make? Pop Funkos, if anybody knows about the little collectible guys. What characters do you think they're going to make out of those? There's got to be a Korg one. I'm surprised there's not one already, right?
There might. I think they already dropped the Love and Thunder line.
Oh, really?
I think so. I'm gonna double check. Yeah, it looks like they have. Oh wow. Yeah, they have Korg with some kind of staff. I don't really remember him having the staff.
That's his weapon that he used when they were fighting, like with where they were with Zeus and stuff.
Oh. Well, I wasn't really watching him. I was watching Thor because he's way cooler. That Zeus scene was cool when he throws the. Oh, more spoilers. He throws the Zeus lightning bolt straight to Zeus' chest, and then you find out that he's not. Well, I guess we kind of knew he wouldn't die because the only thing that can kill gods is the Necroblade.
Right.
So it's kind of like if you thought about it, you'd know he wasn't dead.
Right.
But
so then,
that was cool.
Kind of back on the pops. Why don't you? Because I want you to tell the story of the pops, how you got into them. Then I can kind of tell mine.
Well,
collecting Pop Funkos.
It was May of last year, so like 14 months ago at this point. Me and Mackenzie went to the mall, and we went in the little GameStop, and there was an All Might Funko Pop, but it was the big 10-inch one, and I had to have it.
All Might from My Hero Academia, which is an anime, which is another big topic that we got to talk about. I wonder if we should start with that first. What do you think?
I don't know. Well, we're already talking about it, so
I think we should start with the anime, because that's kind of where that's your collection, and it was my collection as well. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Because there's some good story behind the anime here. Because I started watching anime when I was really little. Dragon Ball Z was like the first main one that I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. And then growing up, I stayed into it big time. And I remember, and bullied me about watching anime, like any normal person would, because
make fun of you all the time.
If you watched anime growing up, then you were the weird guy. So I kind of kept it to myself, other than my friends. And then in 8th grade, I created a fan page on Instagram for an anime character. Super nerdy. I kept it on the down low. Only my friends knew about it, really. And he cooked me for it.
Got the work. I still cooked me for it.
He still cooked me for it. But that account got up to 72,000 followers on Instagram, and I had made $210 exactly off of it from two. Well, one was an app. Was the other one might have been an app too, but it was just promoting their app, and then they paid me for it, and I made $210. But then shortly after that, the account got deleted, which sucked. But I made a lot of good friends on there, and it was a good time, and I was able to connect with a lot of people and make a lot of friends I still talk to this day from it. And then shortly, I think it was towards the end of high school, or it might have been freshman year of college, anime really blew up and got popular and was like mainstream.
That's true. It was. I was thinking it was COVID that did it, but it was before COVID, actually.
Yeah. So all the people that would have bullied you for liking anime growing up thought it was the cool thing now, and they got into it. And they got into like Naruto and Dragon Ball and Attack on Titan and stuff. And then Austin got into it finally, and your first one was Death Note.
One Punch.
Was it?
One Punch. Yeah, I watched it when I went to Florida on the flight.
Oh yeah.
So I watched. It's only 10 episodes, and it was only the one season at the time.
Right. Yeah.
That show, it got me. It got me good.
And then it's
funny.
Note, right?
Death Note is a perfect show. Yeah. It's short. It's 27 or 37 episodes? I think it's 37. What a concept for a show. Getting a notebook that you can just write someone's name in and how they die, and they die that way. That is crazy. What a concept. And I think you're right. Anime does have that weird stigma to it. Because, I mean, you remember the people that liked anime when we were kids. I mean, it wasn't...
I was one of them.
I mean...
I was under disguise. It's
good. It's super underrated. I think it gets that stigma, and then nobody wants to watch it because then they've watched it, and then you've watched it. But who cares?
That was a good explanation.
I remember making fun of Hunter for watching My Hero freshman year. I was like, that looks so stupid. That looks so stupid. And then I watched it and loved it. Loved every minute of it.
Yeah, I mean,
Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
That show it's wow. It's amazing.
See, I've tried to explain to people in a way that's like, you watch, I don't know, what's a good example show? Daredevil or something, I don't know. You watch a normal live action TV show, but there's only so much they can do. You know what I mean?
Right.
And make it look good and tell a good story. But anime, it's literally limitless of like what you can do, what you can create, what can happen. And I don't know. There's just a million other stories out there that you can watch that are different. But reality TV show or like live action, to some degree, a lot of them are just the same.
Like, all the live actions that have been made of animes are awful.
Oh, God.
Awful. You just can't do it.
The Duffer Brothers that make Stranger Things, they're doing a live action series of Death Note, actually. And I have high hopes. Because
you're telling me about that.
Because they're the ones making it.
See, I haven't seen Stranger Things yet, which is...
You're sleeping on it.
I'm sleeping on it. You're sleeping on everything.
It's so good.
I've heard it's so good. But
I love Stranger Things.
Isn't the first season super childish? Like, it's about kids.
It's always about
lights
the
on
kids.
A wall or something.
I mean, yeah, that's part of it, but it's instrumental to the story. It's part of the story.
No, take it easy.
It's good. You get into it, and it's
Am
really
I wrong,
good.
though? If that's what the first scene's about, that sounds so lame.
There's more to it. It's not just looking at lights on the wall. There's a reason why they're looking at lights on the wall and how they got to that position. You don't like spawn into the show and like, oh shit, it's Christmas lights on the wall. Like there's more to it than that. It's really good, and this latest season I really liked because of how violent it is, like seeing people's bones get crumbled and twisted and all that stuff. And even one of the actors...
he loves the gore, okay.
Yeah, even one of the actors was saying that he's surprised they put it on Netflix for how intense it looked. And I like that part of it. I like the dark stuff. But I guess it's not for everyone, you know?
I mean, so another show that does that... But if it was real, if that was real, that's what it would look like, probably. It's more realistic. I understand you don't have to show it, but
dude, if my bones get crumbled like that, Ain't nobody saving me. I don't even want you to try. I want you to instantly put me on the ground. It's bad. It's like, you're messed up, dude.
The Boys does that. It is like that universe too, where it just shows you how it is. I think it's more realistic take on superheroes if they were in the real life. You know, they still have human urges and party, and it's all like the deep, dark, underground, undercover shit.
I need to watch it. Jeremy got mad
It
at me
is
yesterday because
good.
I said that you recommended it. He said, "Oh, you'll listen to Austin to watch it, but you won't listen to me." Like, yeah, that's pretty much how
It's
it goes.
good. It's good. The Homelander character is crazy. He's essentially Superman. He can fly and has laser vision and super strong and everything like that. Super cool. His backstory and where he comes from, and on the outside he seems like Superman to everybody. He's like, God bless you, God bless America. He shows up, kills like 30 terrorists, and he's like, oh, God bless you soldiers that are out here fighting.
Oh,
It's
god
you
damn
that are
it.
the hero. And then he gets like behind the scenes and he's just an awful, terrible human being. So corrupt, so just messed up in the head. Doesn't care about the people. It's messed up. Super good show. Tons of storylines going on. The super fast guy in the show runs through somebody, like runs
Yep,
through them,
I
and they
saw that.
explode into guts.
I'll have to watch it all the way through. Actually, watch it, but
Got one episode left of season 1.
I'll get into it. But the back to the anime, because now you can tell about the Funko Pops, and My Hero was your first anime that, or no, sorry, One Punch Man was. Hunter was watching My Hero, you got into it, and the first pop you bought was from My Hero.
Right, right. I had bought a All Might uh, Jumbo. It was like a 10-inch Funko Pop, which is a pretty big box.
You can't just
I don't
say
know.
All
It was
Might
just on a
without
whim.
saying it the way you say it.
All Might. Got him, and I also got a little spam can, like spam,
Oh, you
like
did? I didn't know they had a
yeah.
pop for that. That's weird.
It's it's a spam can with a little can opener. It's kind of messed up if you think about it.
That's funny.
So those are the first two that I bought, and then I kind of went crazy and bought a lot more of the My Hero ones, and I got a bunch of the Rick and Morty ones,
And now he has 300
and
plus
now I have
maybe,
300.
which when he started, he was like, Jacob, you got to get into this just because, I love anime. And a lot of them, or
Well,
almost
you had
all of them.
pops way before I had pops.
Well,
You had some
yeah,
of the
I
OG
had
pops.
I had the OG Sasuke from Naruto and Toka from Tokyo Ghoul, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna collect these, and I took them out of the box and set them up in my dresser and stuff, and I was like, oh, that's cool, and then like I just quit after that, just kind of gave up, and then fast forward to like, I don't know, when did you start collecting? Last year?
Yeah, May of last year.
So yeah, then you start collecting, you're like, yeah, you gotta get into this, and I was like, I was not really, but like I had a couple, and I refused to get into it because I mean Austin was dropping bands on these things, like so much
Bad
money,
idea.
all the time. Like every day I went over to his house, there was boxes and boxes of these pops just chilling, not even out of the box because there's just nowhere to put them. I mean, you had two closets filled up
Build.
with boxes of these things, and I was like, yeah, I can't do that. That's way too much. And then what was the first one I bought when you got me into it? I
You got
can't.
a lot really quickly.
Yeah, I only collected for not even a year, and I was going bananas. A lot of mine were Dragon Ball Z ones. Almost all of mine were Dragon. It was mainly Dragon Ball and then some Naruto, but mostly Dragon Ball. And I was getting super into it. And there's a comic shop near Austin's house, which sucked for me because it's all the way in Kentucky. So like if I wanted something, it was gone. There's no chance of me getting it, and you're fairly
You're
close to it.
going.
But I went to a convention, spent like $500. I spent I think it was 560 or 580 on one singular pop, a Goku pop, and I was like, dang, this this gets expensive quick.
Yep.
And then I recently sold mine, and now Austin is on the journey of selling his, which may be this coming Sunday.
I'm gonna sell all. I got into this like obsessive thing where I had to collect all of them.
Oh, not to
And
mention pairs of 2. So you were doubling every single
I
one.
was like, I was doubling them too. I don't really know why I was doing that, but I just wanted to. I think if I like ever wanted to sell one, I still had one. But I don't know why I did that. Spent way too much money, and then I have tons of characters that I don't even care about. I don't care. I don't care that I have your pop. It's not cool. So I don't know why I did that. But I'm gonna keep the ones that I like, obviously. Like the Armor Titan. Got to keep that one. Love that pop. Glow in the Dark All Might. Got to. But most of them I'm hopefully gonna sell this Sunday. I'll probably make money
Oh
regardless
yeah.
because I bought My Hero and Attack on Titan and stuff like that. Yu-Gi-Oh is, I mean, not super popular, but it's, I mean, they go off the shelves. They sell out.
Right. And now you're
So
on to a more mature collection.
I am the adult collection. I
Porn stuff.
the
Adult toys.
alcoholic in me started collecting bourbon. I have probably like maybe 40 or 50 bottles behind me. Oh, I forgot about this. Maybe 55 or 60 bottles behind me.
Lining the dresser. The whole top of the dresser
The
is
whole
filled.
dresser is filled. It's like a normal size dresser. It's got like 4 drawers on it. It is filled
There's not
from left
enough
to
room to
right,
get a
front to
speck
back.
of dust on there. It is filled.
There's a lot of bourbon on there,
How much
which is fun.
how much would you estimate is sitting right there on that dresser?
That's a terrible thing to ask somebody, isn't it?
I don't know. I guess it
I
depends on your
have
answer.
I have almost no clue. I have literally no idea. Because some of these bottles are worth, you go in the store to Kroger and you pay 21 for that green label, but it's worth up to like 40 sometimes on in if you were to sell it to someone or trade it, which you're not allowed to do, so it's illegal. But if you were, but we don't. Like that's worth 40 bucks, but I only paid 20. But then you have a blue label store pick that's worth $330.
Jeez.
So, and I also have Hunter's Blue Label here right now. So,
You're gonna drink it
I mean,
all.
thousands and thousands of dollars. I have 5 Blantons over there. Those are worth about 100 a piece at least. There's 2 Red Labels right now.
What's your most
2
expensive
Taylors.
one?
Oh, for sure the Weller Foolproof store pick that I have. I
That's
have
the
a Black
300
Label
one?
French. That's $330 one, yeah.
Mm.
I have a Blanton's Black. That's pretty expensive. I can't wait to try it. I have the French Black Label Weller. That was pretty good. But
It's a fun hobby though. Not for me. I
it is
mean,
fun.
I don't collect
He
bourbon,
goes.
but we go and I'll stand with Austin in line at like super early in the morning. We'll go to multiple places in a day and try and find the ones he's looking for. And I mean, we even I've gone to a distillery. What was it, like an hour and a half, 2 hours away?
Yeah, Buffalo Trace in Frankfurt. It's
Yeah.
about hour and a half
Yeah,
ish.
I'll never forget when he went for the for the first time, and you were so excited, and you Snapchatted me like, oh man, you had Max with you the first time, right?
Yeah, we had dinner the night before at the 859
Right.
and we were thinking about getting some bourbon, but we didn't really know that much about it at that time. And the flight was $24. I'm like, I'm not spending $24 on a flight. Screw that. Got a beer. And then we started talking about it. And way back when we went on Hunter's bachelor party, Max had got Blanton's, which I had never had at the time, on ice. He got a pour of it from the place for like $18 for a 1 ounce pour or whatever, 1 ounce and a half. And he's like, "You want to try this?" And I was like, "I've had bourbon at that point. My favorite bourbon, if you ask me, is probably Bullet 10. Me and Hunter got a bottle, drank half of it. It was delicious. Or like I drank half, he drank the other half. We crushed the bottle. But I tried it, and I could not believe that it was only bourbon in that cup. It was so sweet and delicious and vanilla-y and just delicious. But then I didn't buy any bourbon because I was like, it's that hard to get. Screw that. Didn't get it. And
Look where you're
now
at now.
now I have 5 Blantons over there. Which I
Yeah.
open all my stuff, and I at least have one open bottle of everything that I have.
Right. And like I was saying
But
about your guys' trip up there, when you had Snapchatted me and you're like, "Oh, we're going up like
Oh.
we're going up early."
Oh.
So the next morning comes, and I wake up and he had Snapchatted me because they were on their way, and then I get another Snapchat when they get there, and I think the picture just said we should have came sooner or something because they were
Yeah,
in the
we should have
way
got here
back.
earlier.
Yeah, they were
There
in
was
the
like
way
200
back.
people in front of us.
And it was funny
And
because you guys were under the impression that you were gonna be pretty close to first in line because you went so early, and you were still
right,
in the back.
like 200th in line. I guess neither of us realized how intense the bourbon community is.
Yeah.
It is very intense because we talked about it the night before. We had dinner, and he was like, "You want to go?" And I was like, Here's where I'm at with it. I'm going. Either you're going with me, or I'm going by myself. But I'm getting something tomorrow." And we get there, and the guy, there's like a little like ticket booth person, and he's talking to you, and he's like, "Eagle Rare today." I'm like, "Oh, sweet, okay, not I did not Blanton's, but I'll take it." And he's like, "Very limited quantities today." I was like, "Oh, that doesn't sound good." And I was like, "So should we leave?" And he's like, "I don't know,
Test your
might be worth a
luck.
try." So we hop in line, we wait, and there's like maybe 10 people, 20 people in front of us, and they sell out. And I was like, "Well, this was a wasted trip," and had to drive an hour and a half back home.
But it's you
Then I
gotta.
went the next day, much earlier, about an hour and 15 minutes before they open. They open at 9. They started opening at 9, so we got there at gosh, like 7:40ish, and got a bottle of Eagle Rare the next day. So it worked out well. Beautiful distillery. Beautiful.
And you gotta
distillery. If you
mention
like
it's when you go, you get ID'd, you get a wristband, and when you buy a bottle, it's 90 days so you can do it again.
90 days. So if you go and you stand in line, and it's Blanton's that day. They release 5 or 6 different bottles. You can either get Blanton's, Green Label, Weller, Sazerac, Rye, Eagle Rare. Is that it?
Maybe. Something like
E.H.
that.
Taylor. An
Yeah.
E.H. Taylor small batch. And you can they'll put one of those bottles out a day. You go in, and if you get that bottle, let's say today is Blanton's, you get Blanton's, which it was today actually. And you can't come back to the distillery and buy a Blanton's on a Blanton's day for 90 days. Like it's a controlled prescription. 90 days.
And that kind of goes with how intense you said it is. Like when you got to put a limit on the stuff like that, you know, there's a bunch of people trying to get it. And even the place
Right.
that we go to on Mondays, I mean, there's a group of guys that get there super early, and it's always the same guys. They're in their own little clan pretty much, and they're there every Monday.
Sit smugly at the front of the line.
Yeah, they're always at the
That
front.
guy. There's one guy, I'm not going to say too much, but there's one guy, and he just looks like an asshole. He just
Yeah.
looks like an asshole, and he just doesn't say anything. Everybody else is friendly. He's an asshole. I don't like him. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'll be there at 5:30. Make sure I'm first in line to get whatever they got before him this coming Monday.
I agree.
Not
He
having it.
does not seem like the kind of guy that would, want to have a conversation or anything at all. He just looks like a douchebag.
Yeah. Which, to put in perspective, I've been collecting bourbon for about 3-ish months. Maybe. Maybe 3 months. I'm not sure. Getting there.
It's crazy.
I have found 2 Blantons, one of which you got me. I found one, you found one. I have had 2 Blantons outside of Buffalo Trace that I've found. And I have been at a liquor store every day I'm off in the last 3 months. And I've only found 2 Blantons out in the wild, not from Buffalo Trace Distillery. It is hard to find.
And the funny thing to me is when you start collecting something, I swear you don't tell anybody about it. It's you go to your house and you just have millions of it, it seems like, out of the blue, and you're like, what the hell is that? And he's like, oh yeah, it's just my bourbon collection. Like,
Yeah.
like nobody knows that you're doing it until you're there and you see it, and it's like so much of it.
Well, I don't want to come off as a guy that's like I'm bragging that I have bourbon. That's so lame.
Well,
Like,
it's
why would
not
I ever do
bragging.
that? But
It's
that's
like
how people take it. People take it that way. They do. They love to get offended, and I'm just rather. It's for me. I do it for me. I like it, and that's all that matters. If you'd like, you know about it at this point. You can go with me all the time.
yeah.
But if I'm not gonna just roll up and, hey, I collect bourbon. That's my main characteristic about me is I collect bourbon.
My name's Austin. I love bourbon.
That's me. Change my Twitter banner
It's
thing to it.
it's a cool thing to collect, and the bottles. I think the bottles are the coolest thing to me. I don't drink it, but I think the bottles are really cool. I like to see that.
The labeling's cool. The Blanton's actual bottle is cool. The way E.H. Taylor comes in that tube and you pull it out,
Yeah, I
it's
thought that
really
was
cool.
just the liquid in the box. That was kind of weird.
Oh, you thought it was just the liquid in the box,
I
like it
was
was a
like,
box of
how did
wine,
I just have
box brewer.
this? Yeah, like just sitting in this little cardboard sphere or like tube. It's like what? But
Nope.
it is cool. It's a cool experience. Even if I don't collect, it's still cool to be there for it and help
I
out, help
appreciate
the
it.
cause.
My Blanton's jail is up here pretty soon. I know I'm out of Eagle Rare jail and I'm out of E.H. Taylor jail. I haven't even got a Sazerac from the distillery, which sucks, which is because it's kind of the least desired one, but they like never release it anymore, so I don't know. I want a bottle, can't get one.
Let's count the
Your
days. I think mine's coming up, or maybe it is
your
over
jail
now.
your jail's up super soon. I think the end of this month, right? Or is it the beginning of next month? We went May 1st, so 90 days from May 1st.
August. So next month sometime.
That'd be sweet.
Something that I don't think I got to tell you about. This is a new topic. Memorial Day. We didn't talk about Memorial Day at all, did we?
What did we do on Memorial Day?
Well, we did separate things, but I don't know if I told you about my Memorial Day.
No, I didn't hear about your Memorial Day. Was it eventful?
Yeah, it was something. We went to Kings Island, and it was, We were gonna stay for the fireworks, but it wasn't until later that night. So we are like, okay, well, Blue Ash does a thing called Red, White, and Blue Ash for Memorial Day. And they had Gavin DeGraw there performing, which I love. I totally forgot about it, like the day of, and I didn't remember until, close to nighttime. So we end up going to this Red, White, and Blue Ash, and it is packed. Like, holy crap! You've been to Summit Park, right? They have that big tower and the big open field.
Right.
It is literally filled with people, shoulder to shoulder, hardly any space anywhere. Even beyond the field, like everywhere, there's no space. There's so many people. There's food trucks, games, rides, like everything. And I was like shocked because it's just Blue Ash, and I was like, dang, I didn't expect this. But I guess it's super
Damn.
popular. So we got there towards the end, which sucked because I only got to hear the ending performance of Gavin DeGraw.
He's pissed.
I was. But the fireworks were amazing. They were great. And we had to park super duper far away from the park and walk there. So when it was over, it's like The Walking Dead, like everybody's walking in the streets trying to get back to their cars and stuff. And there's this douchebag like flying up the street, honking his horn, like trying to get people to, get out of the way of his car. Like he's being one of those guys, you know what I mean? And
Hate that.
we finally get to our car, and we're sitting there for a while. There's no chance of me backing out with how many people were, getting out before me. So I just left my
Right.
car in park and was like, screw it, I'll just wait. And I swear we sat there for like an hour or something. But the couple next to us, this is the interesting part, kind of pissed me off too. The couple next to us in their car, they keep trying to pull out in front of people that are driving in the parking lot, trying to get ahead of them, and like nobody's letting them out. It's so obvious nobody wants them to go in front of them, and
Right.
they keep inching out, just inching, and they're damn near in the middle of the lot when people are trying to get by, and they wouldn't stop. And then there's also people walking on foot trying to get to their cars in the lot, and this lady walks in front of their car with one of those little like pull along wagons pretty much, and their kids sitting in it. And the lady in the car keeps inching forward and hits the damn wagon. And
Oh,
if it were me, I would have lost my shit. Like you would
you're not
have
gonna
Grand
hit
Theft
my kid's
Auto, yeah,
wagon.
like pulling you out of the car, beating the hell out of you. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And
That's
the
insane.
yeah, and the lady that was pulling the wagon was just kind of like, "What the hell?" Like I'm surprised she didn't have a bigger reaction, but she just kind of looked back at the wagon to make sure the kid was okay and kept walking. And then the guy gets out of the car and checks the front of his car. Like he's more worried about
What?
his car rather than the fact that he just hit a little kid in a wagon because he's being too much of a douchebag to just wait his turn to get out. You know what I mean? And that was something. I was very
This is what's
irritated.
wrong with America.
Yeah, like I mean,
Why
like
you gotta be like that?
you can't just wait an hour. Like, jeez, it was insane, dude. The way people were acting, like in a rush. Like, don't even go if you're just gonna be a douchebag. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're already committed. Why? I hate when people just try to rush things that don't need to be rushed. Your plans are this. This
Right.
is your plans. You're here. If
Yeah.
everybody would just be cordial, things would just go so much easier.
Other than that, though,
So
it
much.
was a cool experience. How was yours? You had a little party at Mackenzie's or something?
So we went to the fairgrounds and lit off some fireworks there. Her dad works at the fairgrounds a lot, and he wires fireworks, and he did a different Memorial Day fireworks, pretty big show, like a 20-minute show. They spent a lot of money on it, but we went to the fairgrounds and where they do the tractor pulls and stuff. They just let off fireworks there for like maybe 15 people. It was just us, but it was a pretty good show. It was awesome, actually. We were just sitting on the bleachers and the fireworks for the closest I've ever been to fireworks. It was like right in front of you.
Did you catch
It
on
was awesome.
fire?
It was close. There was like flames, like little ashes and stuff coming down. And there was, funny enough, in the distance you could see, you know, those lanterns, like they're hot air lanterns. You light the
Yeah.
bottom and then people put them up. Somebody let off like 60 of these
Jeez.
fucking red lanterns in the distance. It
Rapunzel.
was ungodly how many there was. They just kept coming. It was like, wow, that's got to be it, right? That's like 20 of them right there. And then
And
you look back up and there's like 13 more coming up. You're like,
you've
what the
seen
shit?
the Tangled movie, right? The Disney one where they light those off.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Was like that.
Yes, it was like that. Somebody royal had just passed away on this Memorial Day.
Dang. Somebody lit one off at the red, white, and blue ash thing. Just one though. And then there was also two people that had drones flying in the air and like security was looking around for them and stuff. It's like, damn. It'd be cool to have a drone and record. I guess the fireworks up high, but
That would be cool.
I guess people are freaking out about it. I guess you have to have like a drone license. I didn't know that was.
That's a thing now?
I guess
The
maybe.
future.
Yeah.
You said Kings Island does some stuff with drones, right? What are they
Yeah,
doing with
yeah.
drones?
I tried to take a picture on my way home the other night from work, and like when I took the picture and looked at it, you couldn't even see them. But they have so many drones, and it is kind of like Spider-Man when Mysterio uses the drones to do stuff. They just it's crazy how still they sit in the air and how they coordinate and everything, but they make shapes and when I saw them one time, they had the Eiffel Tower made out of them, and then 50 on each side of the Eiffel Tower because it's their 50th anniversary or whatever. But
Is it a light show?
I I guess I would think so because it's weird because they do the fireworks like on the left side of the actual Eiffel Tower, and then they have the drones doing their thing on the right side of it. But
Oh, it's
they
not
are
like
they are
themed.
lit up, so it's like kind of like a light show. But I don't know if it's solely for that.
They do fireworks every night there?
At least on the weekends, I think they do, which is kind of insane. Like, obviously that place
That's
makes
expensive.
mass money.
Yeah. They make cheese coney is like $9.
Yeah, literally. That's why you gotta buy the meal pass, and then you're set.
They've had that Chick-fil-A in Kings Island for years now. Years. I have never one time got Chick-fil-A at Kings Island because the line is
Oh
always to
yeah,
the damn Eiffel Tower.
yeah. I don't think I've ever had it either, actually, but it is
You
always
ever had the
packed.
blue ice cream?
Oh, dude. Actually, I got a bone to pick with somebody at that damn place because
Oh
I
shit,
went
this
to
is
get
what
some
it's
blue
about.
ice cream, and I walk up and I'm like, "Hey, I just want two blue ice cream cones." And the dude comes back. So like the guy took my order, and then his buddy, I guess, went to get the ice cream. But he comes back with like the zebra chocolate vanilla. And I was like, whoa, like this is not what I ordered. I want the blue ice cream. And then he comes back with the blue, and I take it, and I'm like, sweet. And I got charged for two of them, and only got one. And I didn't realize until we walked away, and Cam's like, you paid for two of them. I was like, I'll be damned. Like, you can't be a good person and be like, hey, bro, I just charged you for two of those bitches. I guess I should have realized that I just paid $13 for a single ice cream cone.
Well, let's be honest. That doesn't sound too unrealistic.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, it is Kings Island. Everything is bananas there.
Last time I was there, I saw they went cashless, which is
Dude,
cool. I hate dealing with cash at the pharmacy. Hate it. It's always older people, usually super sweet. But the issue is when they don't have their shit together. And I'm sitting there waiting for 5 minutes for them to count out 92 cents. Hate it. Hate it. What were
Well,
you going to say?
they when you walk into Kings Island, like walking up to it, which if you don't know what Kings Island is, anybody out there, it's just a big ass amusement park. It's super fun. But when you're walking up to the gates, they play on the speakers like, "Oh, Kings Island is now cashless." Blah blah blah. Like Apple Pay, pretty much just the future, right? And which is cool for me because like you,
Right.
I hate I don't carry around cash or anything. I just want to use my card or my phone or my watch. And I go to they have a Build-A-Bear in there, and I'm like, sweet, like, I get a little Tom Nook from Animal Crossing, get it all built out, put the smell on them, like everything. And I go to check out, and I pull out my phone, ready for tap to pay or something. And the girl looks at me, she's like, "Oh, we only do, or we don't do Apple Pay." I was like, "For real? Like you guys? That's all they talk about on the damn speakers in this place." And I don't have my wallet on me because I leave it in the car since I can just use my phone or my watch.
Right. You don't want it if you're riding a ride or yeah, I got you.
Right. So then I can't even pay for it, and I just have to leave. And it's like, damn, like why advertise this if not everybody does it like they say? Like Kings Island ain't cashless if you got a damn Build-A-Bear in there. That's a
Right.
fact. Like
Mostly cashless.
literally, like why? And I don't know if every Build-A-Bear is like that. I would assume so, since like I mean, if it's happening in Kings Island, it's got to happen everywhere else, right?
Right.
I
Especially
just
those big corporations.
yeah,
It's gotta just be more efficient. It's gotta be. Nobody's gotta count the money. It's always counted.
it was irritating. So then I have to leave the brand new built Tom Nook there, and then I get to thinking like, what the hell do they do with them? Rip the stuffing out of them and kill them, or what? Because
They probably sell it as a pre-built, right?
maybe
Like they
maybe
just
they,
sit it
maybe they
out
put them
there.
in the window. I don't know. But it was
That's
very
funny.
irritating to like not be able to, because it's already like it's kind of embarrassing when you can't pay for something. Not that you can't
Yeah.
afford it, but like
People think you're poor.
right. And there's like people behind you in line waiting to pay for theirs, and you're like, oh well, I mean I can't buy it. I did all this work and I can't buy it. It's like,
Yeah. Especially for that when you have to literally build it.
and the other dumb thing is if you go in with cash, they don't take it, so they are actually cashless. Any place in there is cashless. So they have these little like ATM things pretty much where you put the cash in and you get a prepaid card out of it to use.
What the hell?
So it's like you're wasting time converting your cash to card to go use the card and then throw the card away because you used it. Like it doesn't make sense. I think it's
How,
stupid.
how do you not have some kind of card in this day and age?
I don't know. I just don't know. But it really sucks when it's cashless apparently, and it's definitely not.
I mean, you're heated about this. This hurt you to the core.
It did. I was pissed. It's like I did all this for nothing. I wasted
How
my
long does it
time.
even take to make a Build-A-Bear?
Well, you got to factor in all the damn kids in there asking their mommy and daddy for a Build-A-Bear. So, they're all getting them built. So you're waiting in line for them to be done, and they only ever have one person on the damn stuffing
He's
machine.
shitting on the kids for getting Build-A-Bears. It's for
I mean,
kids.
they have one person on this little machine stuffing these Build-A-Bears, and so you're waiting in line for that, and then you got the workers like, "Hi, Tommy, do you want to put a heart in your Build-A-Bear?" And then they have like a normal heart and a plaid heart, and it's like, which heart do you want? So then you put the heart in the damn thing, and then they're like, what do you want your Build-A-Bear to smell like? And they have like birthday cake and cotton candy and strawberry and all that stuff. So you got little kids in there. They're already trying to figure out which damn thing they want. That takes time. And then once they figure it out, you're going to ask them more questions about the smell and the sound. You can put a sound in it. Do you want a
Why the hell you
pre-recorded
want it
sound,
to
or do you want to put your own message
smell?
inside of it? And it's like, dude, like these kids don't know what the hell they want, and their parents are just, oh, pick whatever you want. What do you want? It's not for me. Like, dude, if I'm taking my kid to Build-A-Bear, we're going in with a plan. You already know what you want, and we're out of there. Like, standing in line at a Build-A-Bear is horrible because it takes so
I
long to
think you're
stuff it.
anti-Build-A-Bear.
You know what? I might be. After my experience there, I had one good experience at Build-A-Bear. I had made an Oogie Boogie, and I put the cotton candy smell on him, and he smelled amazing. That smell lasts forever, it feels like. But I knew what I
Does it
wanted.
really?
Yeah, it's good. It smells really good too. But the fact that you have to stand there with one worker pumping the fuzz into this damn thing, and you gotta wait, and then they're asking all the questions and stuff. It's like, dude, I just want to get my Build-A-Bear and be done.
I know exactly what you mean.
So that's
I've never built a bear, but I could see how that would be frustrating.
Well, if you ever build a bear, good luck. And
don't do it at Kings Island.
Don't do it when if you're walking by a Build-A-Bear and you glance inside and there's more than 3 kids in there, you might as well just go another day. Because you're not getting your Build-A-Bear that day, dude. I'm telling you. Like, you've seen
you weren't getting it that day no matter what.
Yeah, I couldn't even pay for the damn thing. So not only did I waste my time with these damn kids in front of me, I couldn't buy it. And there's just so much time wasted for what? Because they advertise that they're cashless and they're not. And it's irritating.
Sounds like you need to get your money up.
It sounds like I need to walk in there and introduce them to Apple Pay. Let them know what the future's looking like. Because it was...
Should have complained. Wrote a letter. You said this was cashless and it's not?
I want my time back. Who? Oh, I had a lady when I worked at Menards telling me that she wants to be compensated for her time one time. Like, how do you do that? You know what I mean?
Clock you in for overtime?
Like, how do you come in as a customer and you had an issue with something and you tell me that you want to be compensated for the time that you spent working on it until you realize that something was wrong? There's nothing I can do for you. I can't rewind time. Like, dude, I swear. Don't go to Build-A-Bear. Anybody out there, don't go to Build-A-Bear. You're better off just buying something off Amazon. You'll probably get it quicker too. So, those are my thoughts on Build-A-Bear. I hope you have a better experience if you ever decide to go.
I didn't know you felt so strongly about it.
It's irritating, dude. Why? Like, I don't
Making
know.
fun of customers getting frustrated, and here you are getting frustrated. I don't get why they get frustrated. You're just standing in line waiting for me to help you.
Dude, like, get more employees in there. There's hella kids going to Kings Island, right? Like, they're gonna see
$75.
They're gonna see a Build-A-Bear. And they're gonna be like, "Mom, I want to Build-A-Bear," and they got like the Nintendo characters and stuff. So obviously they're gonna want it because they play the games. And then you walk in, and there's 2 employees.
That's not even a bear.
Like, the Build-A-Bear system is flawed. That's all I gotta say. If I were the CEO, I'd do it differently. And I'd start out with making Apple Pay possible. That's all I gotta say.
Build-A-Bear talk.
I just don't get it. It's so infuriating. But, enough for me about the Build-A-Bear. It is what it is. You have a Kings Island pass, and we haven't gone once.
We've not gone yet.
Does Mackenzie have a Kings Island pass?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. What's your favorite Kings Island ride?
Orion.
That is gas. That's a good one.
It's a upgraded Diamondback.
It's a Giga Coaster.
Oh, he's bringing out the flash words.
The
hot words.
The bat, the bat, that ride like in the back, the wheel broke off of that like last week or something. So it's been down.
The end of an era.
They'll probably end up taking it out, I'd assume. Put something.
They're probably gonna have to take out the beast.
They just extended it.
It hurts.
It is rough. It's rough, but they extended it like 4 feet or something.
You have to have a high pain tolerance to ride the beast, or a metal neck.
Yeah, or you're walking on a full body cast.
I remember riding it when I was younger and just like leaving that day with just the worst headache.
Brain damage from the beast.
I got brain damage.
We're slandering Kings Island. We're gonna get sued. Defamation.
Yeah. We're defaming Kings Island.
There's so many things wrong now that I sit and think about it that they just need to do better on. That's just a fact. And then
you know what pisses me off about Kings Island?
The water cup.
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know about that.
You go ahead.
When people are there in like hoodies in
Ah,
long pants and boots,
that's 90
and it's
degrees.
100 degrees. Yeah. And I'm looking at them, thinking about passing out by looking at them, and then I gotta get mad because of what they're doing. That's just disrespectful. Don't wear that in public
You,
when it's hot out.
Kings Island is a melting pot. You see every kind of person you could ever think of at that damn place. Literally.
And smell every kind of smell while
Yes.
standing in line.
Body
Because people
smells like it's
they do not like to shower,
no. They
or at least
refuse.
shower long enough.
I can see their logic when they leave the house that day. Like, I'm gonna get sweaty anyways.
Ugh! You should
That's
start clean then,
that's
nasty.
exactly that's exactly what they're saying.
Ugh!
I'm gonna sweat it off anyways. You walk around Kings Island smelling like ass. Everybody's looking at
Oh,
you,
and then they're putting their ass in that seat that you're sitting
and
on.
you're up next in
Oh,
line. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. You're getting their ass juice all over your shorts.
oh, all their
That's
sweat. It really is gross.
it is
The
just
water park is disgusting. I know you love the water park, but it's just a community bath, and everybody's in the same bath, and the bath water doesn't get drained.
they got chlorine and filters and stuff. You know,
Oh,
the
so
the
you're just
only
fucking
thing that
with.
they can't
So
defend against
it's
is people
dead
shitting in
shit.
the pool.
It's dead shit. So all the bacteria on the shit is dead, but it's still in there. It's like if there's a parasite in your meat and you cook it, the parasite doesn't disappear. It's just in your meat dead.
Somebody shit in the wave pool one year.
Ugh!
I don't know if it was if it was last year. You know what?
Ugh!
I have a bone to pick with the wave pool too, because you go in there and if it's packed, you know, you're searching around for like just a little space where you can float and hang out, right? And people need to watch
Oh,
their
it's like
damn
the
kids.
Walking Dead in there.
People,
Probably looks like the Walking Dead in that
like
damn one. Yeah, hell yeah. I
when
can
you're
watch them
floating
kids.
in there and you're just, oh, here goes the waves, 3 2 1, you know, everybody's hyped, and then next thing you know, you're getting kicked in the face by little kids swimming all up on you. They turn around with their little goggles on, spitting water out of their mouth, like, sorry. Like, bruh, where are your parents at?
Learn to swim.
Like, it's so
Learn to swim or get out of the wave pool.
it is so annoying to just be in your own little spot and then all of a sudden you're just surrounded, like you're just getting smacked.
We were at our little local pool here, and this mom had her little kid. He was like maybe 5 or 6 or something. And me and Mackenzie are just floating around, like holding each other, you know, as couples do. He is just running around the edges of the pool, jumping in next to us and splashing us.
Oh,
And she's just going, Kenny, 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 just saying his name. Not telling him what to do, not telling him to stop it. He did about 5 times before I looked at her and I was like, we gotta go. We gotta go. I can't
Oh,
do
you're
this.
about to
I
beat
can't do
Kenny's
this.
ass.
We had already been there for a while, and I was just like, I'm not doing this.
You're floating around looking like grapes. Oh, dude. I gotta expose you for this one.
Oh, hell no.
We got to the movies last night, and we're standing in line at the concession.
No! No!
And this guy.
It's a tragic story.
All I want is a damn icy, a blue icy. It sounds so good. And this dude walks up to me after grabbing a box of I thought he was grabbing M&Ms, and he comes back with chocolate covered raisins.
Raisinets.
Raisinets, and he looks me in the eye. You ever had these? Hell no! I'm not going to the movie theater getting chocolate covered raisins.
Well, so that was a cover up, okay? Because I had looked down and realized I had got Raisinets. Because when I walked over, they don't have much peanut M&Ms. I've been in the movie theater several times. They don't have many over there. So I go to the spot that there are, and there's one in the front that's a peanut M&M. I was like, tight. It's standing up, you know. And there's one behind it laying down. And I was like, well, I assume the one behind it is also peanut M&M. Why I didn't just grab the one standing up? I don't know. Don't ask me.
Because somebody's hand was on it.
I grabbed it, and walked back. It's a yellow box, just like the M&M box. And I looked down, and I'm like, oh, these aren't peanut M&Ms.
Well,
These are Raisinets. And I walked back over there. Somebody had snagged the last box of peanut M&Ms in the 20 seconds it had taken me to walk over there and walk back. And then I saw the little girl in front of me, and I just wanted to roundhouse her straight in the head. You've ruined my whole movie experience by stealing this peanut M&M right out in front of my
Well,
hands.
when you grabbed the Raisinets, you didn't notice until, you know, you walked back, and I was like, I asked if you got Whoppers, and you looked down and you're like, Oh, you walked back. He wasn't even looking for Whoppers. He was looking for the M&Ms. They were
Yeah, I
gone.
looked down. I was like, oh, and I had realized my error. Like I was Homer Simpson.
And then we're sitting in the in the movie, and you know the movie's playing. We're sitting there watching, and you just hear this crumbling, like the bag, a plastic bag or whatever the hell it was. Maybe it was the person that got your damn M&Ms, just rustling the bag sitting there, and they didn't stop either. Like it lasted for a good amount of time, and I was sitting there cracking up.
I wish I had something to counter make noise with
He
because
started
they're just
squeezing
sitting
his
there
plastic
crunching.
raisinets or box.
Yeah, it's a cardboard box, and I started to crunch it up real fast to see if it make noise. Nothing. So all I had left were the straw wrappers from the straws to try to like squish those together and make some noise next to this guy, so he'd maybe stop squishing his bag. He didn't. He just kept doing it for another minute or two.
Damn, that's tough. It was pretty annoying. It's like why are you as a person in the movie theater surrounded by people rustling your bag? Like everybody can hear it. Everybody hears it. And they didn't stop at all. It's like, damn. Like what the hell? It's pretty annoying.
People do not care about other people when they're in the movies. Not even a little bit.
No.
People be talking and screaming. It's always like teenage kids too, which I didn't do that when I was a teenager. People always say, well, you probably did that too. No, I never did that because that's annoying as hell. My mom come in there and beat the shit out of me.
That's a
These
fact.
people, they paid money to watch this movie. You don't be ruining their movie.
Yeah, teenagers these days are just I went to Target the other day and what was I going to? I was going to look at the cameras, I think, and you could just hear like the aisle overs, like a bunch of kids throwing around balls loud as hell. Like what are you doing? And then
You got nothing better to do than throw balls in Target.
literally, and you hear the employees on the radio talking about, which aisle they're in, and I come
The
around the
kids are
corner and
back.
the balls are just sitting there bouncing by themselves and the kids are gone. It's like, what the hell? Why are you wasting your
Inside
time
job.
terrorizing Target employees?
Trust me, they're not getting paid enough to do what they do.
That's tough. That is tough. I do miss the retail, but I don't think I ever really have to deal with kids just because Menard is, I feel like it's more of an adult store in terms of retail.
I just have to deal with parents, which is probably worse.
Yeah, probably. I did we miss the landing? I don't know. I don't know where the landing is. It was an hour-long flight. We're a little over an hour. I don't know where the landing is.
We're just cruising across. What sea is this? Well, I don't even know which islands we're at right now.
I have no idea. We're in Tokyo. We left Tokyo.
Tokyo!
I know. Roppongi. I know we left that, but I don't know. I truly don't.
It is a flight to nowhere.
Literally, yeah. We're at this point. We're going nowhere. I don't know where
We're
we're at.
flying nowhere.
We can call it though. We can call it for the episode. I think
I think it was a good
it
episode.
was a solid episode. I got a little worked up over the Kings Island Build-A-Bear situation, but
Alright, it's alright. Take it easy. Take it easy. Don't freak out again. Take it easy. Deep breath. Deep breath.
I can feel my blood boiling.
They didn't get your money. That's all that matters.
No, they couldn't get my money. It wasn't possible because they don't accept Apple Pay, even though they say they do. But I think that wraps it up for this episode. I was able to get the podcast on Spotify and Apple, for those of you who want to listen there. And yeah, it was a solid episode. Thank you for joining us. And we'll
A
see
Flight
you
to
on the next
Nowhere.
one. Yeah, on the Flight to Nowhere.
Episode 2.
Episode 2. Thank
Bye.
you guys.